A happy Sunday to all our viewers out there, and welcome to the broadcast of news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Now the major headlines. On the national news, police rescue 4 kidnapped victims, neutralize 7 criminals in Abia and Nasarawa operations. Notorious kidnapper Ono eliminated in joint operation by Nasarawa Police, Army and Vigilante forces. Kano government clarifies appeal court ruling, says Muhammadu Sanusi II remained the 16th Emir of Kano. International news. U.S. President Donald Trump considers new travel restrictions on 43 countries, including Russia and Cuba. Business news. Tomato price plug in Jos as dry season farming yield bomber harvests. Sport news. NPFL action, Castina United defeat Shooting Stars 1-0. Rivers United edge past Niger Honduras with a narrow win. My name is Bridget James. Now the news in full. In a bid to foster peace and unity, the Youth O'Clock Advancement Association, Youth O'Clock Nigeria, Gombe branch, has convened a high-level peace dialogue theme, building bridges, promoting peace, fostering harmony in Gombe State. The event brought together religious leaders, traditional rulers, security officials, journalists, and political figures, all affirming their commitment to peaceful coexistence. Stakeholders emphasize youth engagement, religious tolerance, security cooperation, and responsible media reporting as key drivers of sustained harmony in the state. Psalm TV correspondent files in the report.
The Youth O'Clock Advancement Association, Youth O'Clock Nigeria, Gombe branch, has taken a significant step towards fostering peace and unity in the state. The association organized a peace dialogue with the team Building Bridge, promoting peace, fostering harmony in Gombe State. The event brought together key stakeholders, including region's leaders, traditional rulers, security personnel, journalists, and political leaders, all of whom reaffirmed their commitment to peace. The dialogue, which aimed at strengthening peaceful coexistence among different religious, cultural, and political groups, feature a powerful message from various stakeholders.
This is a peace dialogue because we just realized that for a society to be at peace, all they need to do is to understand each other. Is this to have this understanding, tolerance between religion and ethnic groups.
The state coordinator of the Youth O'Clock Nigeria stressed the need to engage young people with productive skills, noting that an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Intended to do in January, we were able to map out 200 young people and train them on the firefighting, first aid, communication skills, and teamwork. Because we believe an idle man is a devil workshop. This is a collective young mind that are decided and dedicated to use their hard-earned resources for the betterment of peace and security. Because no matter how rich you are, if your environment is not peaceful, that richness is as useless as the gutter moving in our area.
Religious leaders from both Christian and Muslim communities delivered message of tolerance and respect, urging followers to embrace peaceful coexistence.
Call on the youth, both Christian and Muslims, to not to be used by the politicians, not to be used. They are to get their PVC, go to their polling units, vote. Don't allow their vote to be sold, neither should they be involved in any form of violence.
The need for people to unite, to understand each other, understand their problems, so as to be able to solve the problems is very, very important. So bringing people of different ideas together is highly commendable and is one of the solutions.
Security agencies also reiterated their call for citizens to be law-abiding and cooperative in maintaining peace. A senior media practitioner emphasized the crucial role of the media in peace building, advocating for responsible reporting and accurate storytelling to foster unity.
We are the chief custodian of peace. if we are to go by our contents and whatever we are disseminating to the public, I think is to make peace, because media plays a vital role in peace building.
At the end of the dialogue, all stakeholders reaffirmed their commitment to promoting peace, signing a symbol agreement to work together for a more harmonious Gombe state, with strong commitment from religious leaders, traditional rulers, security agencies, political stakeholders, and the media. The peace dialogue by Youth O'Clock Nigeria has set the foundation for greater harmony in Gombe state. Reporting for Some TV News, I am Kamal Hamaju from Gombe.
Police operative has successfully rescued 4 kidnapped victims and neutralized 7 criminals during operations in Abia and Nasarawa State. The force spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi, disclosed it in a statement that these operations took place on March 14th. According to Adejobi, the Abia State Police Command responded to reports of an abduction along New Umuahia Road. At Bingwa on March 9, acting on intelligence, officers stormed a 3-bedroom bungalow in Osokwa, Osisioma local government area. Identified as the kidnapper hideout, a gun battle ensued, but security operatives overpowered the criminals, securing the release of the abducted victims. Authorities also recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 6 magazines, and 34 rounds of live ammunition. In a separate operation, the Nasarawa State Police Command, working alongside the Nigerian Army and local vigilante group, neutralized a notorious kidnapper identified as Abdullahi, also known as Ono. The suspect had been on the police wanted list for multiple offenses. Adejobi revealed that Abdullahi was intercepted near Akwanga Central Mosque while attempting to escape on a motorcycle. Although he was apprehended, his accomplice managed to flee. A manhunt has been launched to track down the 4 fugitive. The Kano State government has clarified that the recent Court of Appeal ruling did not nullify the restatement of Muhammadu Sanusi II as the 16th Emir of Kano. Addressing journalists, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Haruna Dederi emphasized that court's decision merely issued a stay of execution on its earlier judgment, pending a final determination by the Supreme Court. Dederi highlighted that on January 10, 2025, the Court of Appeal upheld the repeal of the Kano Emir Council Law of 2019 and overturned a previous federal court and sought a stay of execution on the appellate court's judgments. The recent ruling granted this stay, effectively maintaining the status quo until the Supreme Court delivers its verdict. The Attorney General urged the public to remain calm and law-abiding, assuring that the government has instructed its legal team to review the proceedings and determine appropriate legal steps. He also called for continued prayer for peace and progress in the state and the nation. On to Katsina State. The Katsina State government has confirmed that Abdul Salam Rabiu Fakari, the winner of a recent national Quranic recitation competition, along with his father and brother, are alive but still in the custody of their abductors. State Commissioner for Information and Culture, Dr. Bala Salisu Zango, clarified that reports claiming Rabiu Fakari had been killed were false. The victims were kidnapped 2 days earlier while traveling from Katsina to Fakari after being honored by Governor Diko Rada. The commissioner revealed that the kidnappers were demanding a 30 million ransom. Governor Rada described the abduction as unfortunate and assured that the government was working with security agencies to secure their safe release. He urged the public to remain calm and pray for the victims' safe return. Senator Ireti Kingibe has called for a thorough investigation into allegations of sexual harassment against Senate President Godswill Akpabio. She emphasized the need for due process and accountability, urging relevant authorities to handle the matter with transparency. Kingibe stressed that such claims should not be dismissed without proper scrutiny, as addressing them would hold justice and protect the integrity of public institutions. She also reaffirmed her commitment to advocating for women's rights and ensuring a safe and respectful environment in governance. Authorities are yet to respond to the call for an investigation. Amidst the ongoing dispute between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senate President Godswill Akpabio, which led to her 6-month suspension from the Senate, constituents of Kogi Central have reaffirmed their unwavering support for her. Under the banner of the concerned constituents of Kogi Central Senatorial District, they dismissed any attempt to recall her as illegitimate, insisting that she has provided quality presentation. In a letter assigned by 70 constituents from the district, 5 local government areas, they condemned her suspension as illegal and demanded its immediate reversal. They asserted that Akpoti-Uduaghan remains their legitimate representative and warned against any effort to undermine their collective will. The group urged the Senate to restore her position, emphasizing that any attempt to recall her or provoke the constituency will be met with strong resistance. They also called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the federal government to ensure her safety and that of the people of Kogi Central, while reaffirming their commitment to maintaining peace. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has criticized Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara for surrounding himself with political allies who had previously sought the governorship position. Speaking at a grand reception for the Kalabari people in Rivers State, Wike stated that these individuals were providing Fubara with poor political advice, which he claims stated that these individuals provide poor political advice was detrimental to the state's leadership. Wike warned that such counsel had already placed Fubara at a disadvantage, likening the situation to a 2-0 score line against the governor, with more setback expected. His remark followed Fubara's written budget presentation to the Rivers State House of Assembly, which led to the Assembly's indefinite recess. The political tension in Rivers State has escalated following a Supreme Court ruling mandating the reinstatement of 27 lawmakers loyal to Wike. Wike had previously challenged Fubara's political legitimacy, claiming he was not an Ijaw man. The ongoing rift continues to shape the state's political landscape. On to Kaduna State, the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has called on key political figures, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's Peter Obi, and former Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi, to join forces with the Social Democratic Party ahead of the 2027 general election. El-Rufai's appeal is seen as part of ongoing political realignment as opposition parties seek to strengthen their chances against the ruling All Progressive Congress. His remarks suggest that the SDP could serve as a viable alternative platform for opposition figures looking to challenge the current administration. The former governor's statement has sparked discussions about the potential impact of such coalition on Nigeria's political landscape, as analysts speculate on whether a united opposition under the SDP could alter the balance of power in 2027. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has arrested a suspected pipeline vandal along with 4 accomplices in Bauchi State. The suspects were apprehended during the security operations aimed at curbing oil theft and vandalism. According to the NSCDC, the arrests were made following intelligence reports on illegal activities targeting critical infrastructure. The suspects are currently in custody and will face further investigations and possible prosecutions. Authorities have reiterated their commitment to protecting national assets and warned against acts of sabotage. The Department of State Services has arrested 5 suspected kidnappers in Enugu State following an intelligence-led operation. The suspects, believed to be part of a gang responsible for a series of abductions in Udi local government area and other parts of the state, were tracked to their hideout in 2 separate locations. Governor Peter Mba commended the DSS for the successful operation, emphasizing the state's commitment to eliminating criminal activities. According to a statement, the suspect admitted to collect large sums of ransom from victims' families. Security forces recovered cash, weapons, and other incriminating items during the raid. Authorities have vowed to sustain the crackdown on kidnappers with plans to intensify operations in collaboration with the military, police, and legal security agencies. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend other gang members who remain at large. On to Kebbi State Government. The Kebbi State Government has enrolled 100 women with disabilities into its contributory health management agency to improve their access to health care. The initiative, launched in Birnin Kebbi, aimed to provide free medical services, including consultation, investigations, medications, and surgeries. Dr. Suwaiba Jadadi of the agency highlighted the scheme impacts, emphasizing that many beneficiaries struggle to afford health care. The enrollment was conducted in collaboration with the Network of Women with Disabilities and NASA's Charity Foundation. Dr. Laiati Augustine Baimayi, the state coordinator of the Network of Women with Disabilities, described the initiative as a significant step towards supporting vulnerable groups. She commended the state government for its commitment and urged persons with disability to remain in the state. The government for its commitment and urged persons with disability solution, including apological checks for visually inspired participants. Dr. Khadija Abdullahi, a member of the medical team, encouraged stakeholders to assist individuals with disabilities by providing essential mobility aids. On to Ogun State. The Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has announced plans to construct 10,000 housing units before the end of his tenure. Speaking during a meeting with Federal Housing Authority, Managing Director Oyetunde Ojo in Abeokuta, Abiodun revealed that 4,000 houses have already been built despite rising construction costs. He reaffirmed his administration's commitment to affordable housing. The governor highlighted projects like the Civil Servant Village, a 50-hectare estate designed for state workers. He also emphasized efforts to ensure that diaspora Nigerians can purchase property remotely. Ojo praised the state housing initiative and expressed FHA's readiness to collaborate on affordable housing projects nationwide. The Ekiti State Government has approved the recruitment of 1,800 teaching and non-teaching staff for public secondary schools. Commissioner for Information, Right Honorable Taiwo Olatubosun, announced that the initiative aims to address workforce shortages caused by resignations, retirements, and the Japa migration trend. According to Olatubosun, 170 teaching staff will exit the system by year-end, necessitating a structured hiring process to prevent staffing gaps. The recruitment includes 1,066 degree holders and 534 NCE certified teachers. along with 200 non-teaching staffs. He emphasized that the selection process will be merit-based, with successful candidates deployed across 192 public secondary schools, particularly in undeserved areas. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria has denied allegations that Fulani Group are planning attack on communities in Plateau State. In a statement signed by its state chairman, Yusuf Ibrahim Babayo, MACBAN dismissed claims that meetings were held in locations, including a mosque in Mohagbo, to organize attack during Ramadan. The association described the accusation as false, harmful, and an attempt to stigmatize the Fulani community. It urged security agencies to investigate the claim and ensure the safety of its members, asserting that such allegations could be a diversion to facilitate attack on Fulani settlements. MACBAN reaffirmed its commitment to peace and expressed confidence in the security forces, particularly the leadership of Operation Safe Haven, to maintain stability in the state. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar expressed support for Usi Ogamaye, a Lagos-based NYSC member who alleged receiving threats after a viral video criticizing President Bola Tinubu's administration. Atiku described Raye as a symbol of politically engaged youth and likened her activism to historical figures such as Gambo Sawoba and Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. He urged Nigerians to support her instead of condemning her stance. Raye, in a TikTok video, criticized the government's economic policies, claiming hard work no longer ensures financial stability. She later alleged that NYSC officials pressured her to delete the video. Authorities have yet to respond. Senator Asuko Akpenyong, representing Cross Rivers South in the 10th National Assembly, has expanded his free bus service, initiated by introducing additional roads and deploying more vehicles to improve accessibility for residents. The service launched in 2022 to elevate transportation costs in Calabar and its surrounding areas has been commended for its reliability. In a social media announcement, the senator revealed that 3 of the newly added roads will serve urban and high-brow areas, while the 4th extends deeper into the senatorial district. Covering more communities, the initiative aims to ease mobility challenges for commuters, particularly students, low-income earners, and daily workers who rely on affordable transportation. This expansion reflects Ekpenyik's continuous commitment to supporting his constituents through social welfare programs, reinforcing his effort to enhance public transportation infrastructure in Cross River states. Report has it that security operatives successfully repelled a planned attack by bandits on Takuri village in Damusa local government area of Katsina State. Following credible intelligence from the Department of State Service, acting on this tip-off, security forces launched a preemptive operations at Maijele Mountains, where the bandits were gathering. Affairs gone battle in short, resulting in a neutralization of one suspected bandit, while others managed to escape. With gunshot wounds, the operative covered an AK-47 rifles with 3 rounds of ammunition, an unregistered boxer's motorcycle, 50 wrap of suspected Indian hemp, 32 bottles of soft drink, a cutlass, and various dangerous drugs. The successful intervention highlights the effectiveness of intelligence-led operations in combating rural banditry, demonstrating improved coordination between security agencies. On to Anambra State government. The Anambra State has banned the use of mobile phones by students in secondary schools. The announcement was made by Professor Nkechi Ikedugu chairman of the Post-Primary School Service Commission. During the Anambra School's Cultural Day celebration in Akwa, Ikechukwu directed school principals and teachers to confiscate funds from students who bring them to school, stating that the ban aimed to curb distraction and enhance academic performance. She emphasized the need to maintain discipline and focus in learning environments. As phone users during school hours has become a major distraction, she also highlighted Governor Chukwuma Soludo's commitment to improving education and fostering discipline. Additionally, she praised Igbo culture, urging students to uphold traditional values such as honesty, hard work, and respect for elders. On to Osun State Government. The Osun State Government, through the Bureau of Social Service, has partnered with the Performing Musician Association of Nigeria to promote local content and support the social sector. As part of Governor Ademola Adeleke's 5-point agenda, which prioritizes economic growth and cultural development, both will officially present a check to the Osun State chapter of PMAN to aid in constructing its secretariat complex. The event themes enhancing local content, Imole Osun for PMAN. It's scheduled for Wednesday, March 19, 2025 at 2 p.m. State government officials and cabinet members are invited to attend. The announcement was made by Chief Akintunde Bello Sharif, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on BOS. The Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja has granted the All Progressive Congress an order to relocate the Benue State Local Government Election Petition Tribunal and Appeal Tribunal to Abuja. The ruling follows a motion filed by APC Chairman Augustine Agada, Publicity Secretary Daniel Ihonhu, and the party's counsel Adason Asemota on March 11, 2025. Previously, Benue State Chief Judge Justice Maurice Ikpese had ordered the tribunal relocation from Makurdi to the Nigerian Bar Association House in Abuja. Due to security concerns, however, a federal high court in Makurdi had restrained the tribunal from proceeding in Abuja. In response, the APC approached the FCT High Court, which ruled in favor of the relocation and restrained the tribunal from sitting in Benue State. The case has been adjourned to April 29, 2025 for further hearings. On to Imo State. The Imo State chapter of the Labour Party has suspended its secretary, Paulinus Odechukwu, and legal advisor, Emeka Ihejikra, along with 28 other members for 3 months over alleged indiscipline, insubordination, and attempt to incite crisis within the party. Announcing the decision after a State Executive Council meeting, Labour Party Chairman Callistus Ijegwa stated that the suspended members must appear before a 5-member disciplinary committee. The party also passed a vote of no confidence in Governor Hope Uzodinma, accusing him of neglecting governance and failing to address hunger in the state. The response, Ijerike dismissed the suspension as null and void, arguing that Ijegba lacked the authority to convene the meeting due to allegations of financial mismanagement and anti-party activities against him. Sheyi Tinubu, son of President Bola Tinubu, visited Yobe State on Friday to engage with youth on political and economic developments. The visit focused on fostering opportunities for youth advancement. On the event, Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Wisdom, reiterated the government's commitment to youth empowerment, highlighting various initiatives tailored for young people in the state. He praised the cooperation between the ministry and Governor Maimala Bumi, emphasizing their joint effort to ensure smooth implementation during his visit. Sheikh Tinubu met with the Emir of Damaturu, Shehu Hashim II, IBM Umar El Kanemi, and Governor Bumi at the government house, where he was warmly received by a large crowd of youths. Stand by for the video clips of the visit.
Sheikh Tinubu, who is visiting Yobe State for the first time, met with Governor Mai Mala Buni as a gesture of respect and to formally announce his presence in the state. This visit is part of Sheikh's ongoing Ramadan outreach program and youth engagement, which has already taken him to several northern states including Kano, Sokoto and Kaduna. In addition to his meeting with Governor Buni, Sheikh also paid a visit to the palace of Emir of Damaturu, where he was received by the monarch, Alhaji Shehu Hashimi II Ibn Alamin El Kanemi, and sought the royal blessing for his mission to the state. At the iftar venue, the visitor interacted with hundreds of Yobe youth from diverse backgrounds to inspire them, as well as drive the renewed Hope Youth Engagement agenda.
We know that the president has you in mind. The president knows your plights and everything. And every possible best, we have great initiatives that are for the young people. And we are going to make sure that it gets to Yobe.
As the holy month of Ramadan continues, Sheikh Tinubu's outreach program is expected to cover more ground, promoting unity in Damaturu. Yunusa Suleiman, NTA.
The Oyo State government has commended the disbursement of bursary awards to indigent students pursuing studies in law, medicine and aviation. According to the statement issued in Ibadan by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Dr. Sulaiman Olarewaju, the financial support also extends to final year students of Oyo State origin enrolled in universities and polytechnics nationwide. Out of nearly 3,000 applicants, 2,950 students were selected based on eligibility criteria. The beneficiaries include 105 medical and clinical students, 4 maritime and aviation students, while the rest are final year students from various higher institutions. Governor Seyi Makinde had earlier approved 554.9 million naira for the bursary scheme to support the academic pursuits of Oyo State indigents. Professor Macy Osohe Omoregbe has highlighted the pressing needs to preserve and revitalize the Edo language, warning that its gradual decline threatens its survival due to inconsistent use as a mother tongue in many communities. She made this assertion while delivering the 336th inaugural lectures of the University of Benin on Thursday at the Akim Deko Auditorium. Agboho campus. During her lectures, Professor Omoregbo underscored the cultural and historical significance of the Edo language, emphasizing that its preservation is essential for maintaining the identity and heritage of the Edo people. She called for concerted effort from linguistics, educators, policy makers, and the community to promote its usage and integration into educational curriculum to prevent further endangerment. A 16-year-old girl, Mariam Samuel, was found dead in Kaltungo, Gombe State, in what authorities believe to be a case of suicide. According to the Gombe State Police Command, Public Relations Officer DSP Buhari Abdullahi, the teenager was discovered hanging from a tree on Kalari Mountain. The incident, reported on March 14, 2025, was confirmed by the police, who noted that there were no signs of violence on the body. Preliminary investigations revealed that Samuel had left home the previous day to gather firewood, but never returned. Her remains were later taken to the General Hospital in Kaltungo. The police have invited her family as investigations continue to determine the circumstances surrounding her death. The Abia State Commissioner of Police, Danladi Isa, has reiterated his commitment to making the state uninhabitable for criminals. This comes as Governor Alex Otti ordered the demolition of a bungalow used as a hideout by kidnappers in Osuma local government area during a joint media briefing at the government house in Umuahia. It was announced that 6 members of kidnapping syndicates were killed and 4 victims were rescued in an intelligence-driven police operation in Osokwa community. The police recovered 2 AK-47 rifles, 6 magazines and 34 rounds of live ammunition from the criminal hideouts. Governor Otti vowed to demolish any building linked to criminal activities and directed the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs to question the traditional ruler on Osokwa on how kidnappers operated in the areas undetected for 5 days. He commended the police for their efforts and pledged financial reward for the officers involved in the operations, reaffirming his administration's commitment to security. Otti assured that no part of Abia would be ceded to criminals, emphasizing plans to enhance the state's security framework using modern technology. The federal government has called on stakeholders to accelerate efforts towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Speaking at the Northeast Regional Consultation in Gombe, Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs, Adejoke Orelope Adefurile, represented by Dr. Bala Yunusa, emphasized the need for urgent action. The consultation, part of Nigeria's voluntary national review for the 2025 High-Level Political Forum in New York, assessed progress, challenges, and prospects of SDG implementation. Orelope Adefuri cited the 2024 UN SDG report, highlighting that only 17% of targets are on track. While many have stalled or regressed, particularly in developing nations, she attributed Nigeria's slow progress to financial constraints, insecurity, and the COVID-19 pandemic. She stressed that achieving the SDGs require their integration into national and subnational policies. Supported by robust monitoring and evaluation, collaboration among governments, private sectors, civil society, and development partners is essential to ensuring inclusive progress. The event, attended by representation from various sectors, reviewed Nigeria's SDG progress and developed region-specific recommendations to fast-track implementation. Gombe State SDG focal person Suleiman Turaki underscored the importance of the consultation in shaping Nigeria's next VNR and ensuring that no one is left behind. The Nigerian Army on Saturday laid to rest Brigadier General Elias Fada Zamani, retired in his hometown of Zongwa, Kaduna State. The late officer, a member of the 14th Regular Course of the Nigerian Defense Academy, passed away on February 27, 2025 in Abuja after a brief illness. Born on July 21, 1952, Zamani was commissioned into the Infantry Corps on December 13, 1975 and served in various commands, staff, and instructional roles before voluntarily retiring on May 31, 2006. Representing the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, at the funeral, Major General Miyeso Lando David Soraso described Zamani as a disciplined and highly trained professional soldier. He praised the late general's leadership, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to duty, highlighting his contribution to the Nigerian Army and his integrity. The solemn ceremony was attended by dignitaries, including Mrs. Agin Agbo Kefas, wife of the Taraba State Governor, senior military officers, Zamani's classmates, family and friends who gathered to honor his legacy of service to the nation. On to Akwa Ibom State. The Akwa Ibom State chapter of the Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association has elected a new 7-member executive committee following a keenly contested election. The election conducted by Bishop Dr. Edeng Efong saw Dr. Mrs. Ekweto Augustine re-elected as chairperson alongside both new and returning members. In her post-inauguration speech, Dr. Augustine urged Governor Umo Eno to employ more veterinary doctors across the state, 31 local government areas, and increase vaccine procurement to combat animal diseases. She highlighted her past achievements, including security employment for 4 veterinary doctors, acquiring public address system, conducting advocacy on zoonotic disease, and collaborating with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture on anti-rabies vaccination campaign. Professor Etifia Ekanen, Dean of Student Affairs of the University of Uyo, administered the oath of office, advising the new leadership to promote inclusivity. He was later presented with an award of excellence in recognition of his contributions. Professor Ekenen encouraged members to support the state's agrarian policy under Governor Eno's Arise agenda to enhance food security. He also made a generous donation towards the procurement of a 30 kVA generator. The African Development Bank and the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture have formalized their commitment to advancing agricultural development in Africa with the signing of a €5 million grant agreement in Abuja. This funding is earmarked for the continuation of Phase 2 of the Technologies for African Agricultural Transformation Program, an initiative designed to derive innovations, enhance food security, and improve agricultural productivity across the continent. The TAAT program aims to accelerate the adoption of modern agricultural technologies, ensuring that farmers have access to improved seeds, better farming techniques, and sustainable agricultural practice. By strengthening food system and increasing crop yield, the initiative is expected to contribute significantly to economic growth and poverty reduction in several African nations. This partnership between AFBD and IITA underscores the importance of collaboration efforts in addressing Africa's agricultural challenges. With this renewed financial commitment, both organizations reaffirms their dedication to empowering farmers, promoting agribusinesses, and fostering sustainable agricultural transformation across the region. Stand by for the clip of the event.
This marked the launch of the second phase of the Technologies for African Agricultural Transformation TAT program, overseen by the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. Both organizations will provide a grant of €5 million to enhance agricultural technologies, increase food production, and foster economic growth on the continent.
This additional financing of the TAT program that we are signing today is building on Phase 1, which the African Development Bank funded with $40 million, and Phase 2 with $27 million to scale up agricultural innovations, strengthen food security, and enhance climate resilience across the continent.
TAT Phase 2 aims to accelerate the delivery of improved crop varieties, mechanization, digital advisory services, and sustainable farming practices to smallholder farmers. The TAT program is assisting smallholder farmers in boosting their productivity and income while reducing Africa's dependence on food imports.
Through TAT, we have already witnessed the impact-driven the impact science-driven solutions in enhancing productivity, improving livelihoods, and strengthening food systems.
Since its inception, the TAT program has made significant strides in promoting the adoption of high-yielding and climate-resilient crop varieties, along with improved agronomic practices benefiting millions of smallholder farmers across Africa. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
We are taking a break now. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Sun TV.
Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 24/7. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Sun TV, your premier 24/7 destination for local and international entertainment, news and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Sun TV. Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Sun TV.
Supercab, safe, convenient and affordable 24/7 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State.
Glad you are still with us. Coming up next are the international business and sport news. On the international news, U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly considering new travel restrictions on 43rd countries, including Russia and Cuba, as part of a broader effort to tighten immigration policies. The proposed measures, if enacted, would mark a significant shift in U.S. foreign and security policy, potentially affecting diplomatic relations and global travel. According to sources familiar with the discussion, the restrictions are being considered to address national security concern and curb illegal immigrations, while specific details on the affected countries and the rationale behind their inclusion remains unclear. Analysts believe the move could mirror policies from Trump's previous administration, which includes travel ban targeting certain nations. The potential policy has already sparked debate, with critics arguing that it could strain diplomatic ties and negatively impact international business and tourism. Supporters, however, claimed it is necessary to strengthen border security and protect national interests as discussions continue. The decision is expected to shape future U.S. immigration and foreign policy strategies. Stand by for the video clip of this report.
Widespread demonstrations erupted when President Donald Trump, in his first term, issued a travel ban for 7 majority Muslim countries. And now, the Trump administration is considering a new travel ban. That's according to sources familiar with the matter and an internal memo seen by Reuters, which shows 41 countries divided into 3 separate groups. The first group of 10 countries, including citizens from Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, Cuba, and North Korea, would be set for a full visa suspension. The second group of 5 countries, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, and South Sudan, would face partial visa suspensions. The third group, which includes Belarus and Pakistan, would be considered for a partial visa suspension too, if, according to the memo, their governments, quote, do not make efforts to address deficiencies within 60 days. A U.S. official told Reuters there could be changes on the list and that it was yet to be approved by the administration. When Trump took office on January 20th, he issued an executive order requiring intensified security vetting of any foreigners seeking U.S. entry. That order directed several cabinet members to submit by March 21st a list of countries from which travel should be partly or fully suspended. The State Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Reuters.
On business news, the price of tomato in Jos Plateau State has dropped sharply due to bumper harvest from dry season farming. Prices have fallen from 31,000 naira per basket in December 2024 to as low as 15,000 naira in March 2025. While consumers are celebrating the affordability, farmers are struggling with significant losses, making it difficult to repay loans and cover production costs. The major tomato protections area, Mangu, Bassa, Barkin Ladi, Jos North and Jos South, have contributed to the surplus, which has flooded local markets like building materials, Faringada, and Terminus. Many buyers are happy about the low prices, which allow them to buy in bulk, but farmers are frustrated as their profit dwindle. Farmers like the Shehu Ibrahim and John Aware lament that the oversupply is making tomato cultivation less sustainable, potentially discouraging future production. Some are calling for government intervention to stabilize prices and provide storage solution to prevent losses. Plateau State Commissioner for Agriculture, Ishaku Bungama, attributed the surplus to the state government's agricultural initiative under Governor Caleb Mukfwan. The governor has created a dedicated tomato crop zone, increasing local production. While this has boosted food security, it has also exposed farmers to market fluctuations. Experts suggest that improved post-harvest storage, processing facilities, and price regulation could help balance supply and demand, ensuring that both farmers and consumers benefit from agricultural surpluses. On to sport news. Ikorodu City Chairman Samnu Doherty has downplayed expectation of his team's chances of winning the Nigerian Professional Football League title or securing a continental ticket, despite their impressive form. After a rough start to the season with 4 losses in 5 matches, the newly promoted side has climbed to 3rd place, surpassing established clubs like Enugu Rangers and Enyiba. A recent 4-1 victory over Akwa United has further cemented their status as serious contenders. However, Doherty remains cautious, emphasizing that the team is focused on consistency and players' development rather than immediate success. He encouraged his squads to enjoy their football and not succumb to external pressure. Boasting the youngest squads in the NPFL, Ikorodu City has gained respect, especially with Captain Waliu Ajetoye earning a call-up to the Nigerian national team. Doherty highlighted the team's growth, stating that their players are no longer unknown or unexperienced. The club has also built a passionate fan base, with Doherty acknowledging their unwavering support as major driven force behind the team's success. He urged supporters to continue trusting the process as the team works towards sustained progress. Ikorodu City remains unbeaten in their last 6 matches and could move into 2nd place if they secure another win in the next fixture. The Nigerian Professional Football League saw exciting action as Katsina United secured a 10-0 victory over Shooting Stars, while River United also edged past Niger Tornadoes with a 1-0 win. Insurance FC emerged victorious with a 2-1 triumph over Remo Stars. Elsewhere, Ikorodu City stormed Lobby Stars with a 1-0 away win. And Kwara United dominated Kano Pillars 2-0. The results continue to shape the league standing as team battles for top position. That's all for this edition of News at 9 p.m. from Psalm TV. Before we go, here is a recap of the major headlines. Police operatives have rescued 4 kidnapped victims and neutralized 7 criminals in operations across Abia and Nasarawa State. In a joint operation, the Nasarawa State Police Command, Nigerian Army, and local vigilantes eliminated a notorious kidnapper, Abdullahi, also known as Ono. The Kano State government has clarified that the Court of Appeal ruling did not overturn the reinstatement of Muhammadu Sanusi II as the 16th Emir of Kano. On the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly considering new travel restrictions on 43 countries, including Russia and Cuba, as part of tighter immigration measures. In business news, tomato prices in Jos Plateau State have dropped significantly following a bumper harvest from dry season farming. From the sport decks, the Nigerian Professional Football League delivered thrilling action as Katsina United edged Shooting Stars 1-0, while Rivers United secured a narrow 1-0 win over Niger Tornadoes. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. I remain Bridget James. Thank you for watching and goodbye.